Your Keystone Cowboy, Mr. Boomhauer 01. Appreciate you for joining me this evening up here in the broadcast booth as an in-race reporter with Puddin's dumbass, Woodruff, and Coach Matt.
You didn't call me a dumbass.
We've got our developmental series coming to you from the Watkins Glen International Raceway, running the Cup Series tonight. So we're about to get our qualifying underway, and hopefully y'all enjoy the show.
Is qualifying?
Yes, it is. I told you not to join yet, Ding Dong.
Did you join?
Oh, donations out! Donations out! Donations out!
But my disclosure, real quick, as I always do: if you are some butthurt, liberal snowflake motherfucker is going to take offense to what I have to say, please end this broadcast now. For everybody else,
just fucking
enjoy the show.
Feelings.
Wow, I am offended.
I am totally offended. Well, by the way, real quick, how is this going to work when we do our broadcast? That means you're just going to have to shut your pie hole so they can listen to us talk too.
Yes.
I was just told to start the broadcast.
Alrighty.
The real broadcast, not some.
Well, I guess the butthurt liberal motherfucking snowflakes ain't gonna have to worry about me cussing, seeing how I'm in the broadcast booth. So that's a good.
Oh, I got you, motherfucker! I got you. Get back here. That's what you get to give me the fucking bumper, you son of a bitch. We all know it. We all know it.
I can't do that tonight.
Please pause.
All right. Starting Giggity's broadcast.
Matt, make sure your voice is set to always allow, though.
Yeah, I think it should be there because when you guys
check for us.
All right, so the party settings.
Yep.
Yeah.
And party chat. To see allow your voice to be shared, always allow.
Alrighty.
Woohoo!
All right, how's my mic?
You're fine.
Good.
Yep, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Green flag qualifying.
Do it, Puddin. Say it, Puddin.
Ka-chow, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's Friday night. We are going to do the development stuff. This is going to be a very important last 2 weeks for these guys because that's when the cutoff in trading in is here in Giggity. Tonight in the booth, we have the one and only Keystone Cowboy.
Howdy.
He will be our in-race reporter, as always, my good buddy and broadcast guy, Mr. Woodruff. And we got a new guest up here. Welcome to, how are they calling it? Nocola now, but that's Mr. Coach Matt. He says, hey, I'm going to try my pipes out tonight, watch these development guys. But no, like we were just saying, they're at Watkins Glen. They're in the cup cars, a lot of horsepower. I know a lot of these guys were practicing today. They're unqualified right now. It won't take too terribly long. We're going to try to give everybody out there as much airtime as we possibly can because it is a crucial time of the year. When it comes to the All-Star break here in Giggity Racing, it's it. Canucked. It's done. You're over. You cannot get picked up. So the last 2 weeks for these guys are going to be critical. We're going to have quite a few of these guys, captains out there, the captains, scouting out there, trying to find some talent, keep an eye on some people. I know I'm not going to mention a couple of the names of the captains, but I saw them put some lobbies together trying to help these guys out. So it's awesome to see these captains trying to help anybody and everybody else that they can. So, but it's exciting. I wish I could have got a hold of Mr. Coke and been like, hey, can I scout? Because everybody knows I love Watkins Glen, but we all know how much I like to be up here in the booth too. So, Coach Matt, what's your opinions here at Watkins Glen in the Cup car?
Well, I know without a setup it's kind of tough. You gotta get some practice and make sure you find the right preset. I know I tend to struggle a little bit in the S's, the chicane. I tend to lose it there sometimes, but yeah, definitely be able to get around here in a preset. These development guys showing that off pretty good.
And we talk about this all the time, too. It's not where you finish, but how you finish, Woodruff. How you pass somebody. The courtesy you respect to a leader if you're a lap down. How you get on the pit lane. How you come off a pit lane. How you drive the track. Unfortunately, because of that little glitch there, we might see some tire tracks out there in the in that bus stop up there, but you don't want to hit that. That's not what they're looking for, Woodruff.
No, I mean, you and me, 3 wide earlier with Dr. Robbie Bobby.
Oh, that was intense.
That's how you fucking race, boys. That's how you race.
Language.
Yeah. We, Dr. Robbie Bobby Woodruff and I did not touch inches apart the chicane or the first turn at Canadian Motorsports Park, and we were all sitting there white knuckling it. But that's how you get it done too. A lot of these guys
Puddin',
probably
you were
don't
white
want to take
thumbing it, but
whatever, it all counts. But no, it's again, everybody thinks they got to go out there, push the issue, and try to win a development race, and that's not the case. You know,
Absolutely
these captains
not.
are looking; they can teach you speed. That is the development motto. We can teach you speed. But it's race courtesy and what you give to everybody else out there. So, how many laps are left in the qualify, Mr. Boomer?
We are on 3 out of 6 right now, so we are coming up on the halfway point. So we are almost done. So, definitely see a few people losing a little bit of control of their vehicles. I, for one, was one of them. I caught that rumble strip right after you come out of that bus stop there. That chicane there, you catch that rumble strip the wrong way and it'll kick your car for a ride. And so we'll have to see how these guys are going to handle that tonight, what kind of setup they're going to run. Are they going to stay loose? Are they going to try to, have a tight car and loosen it up as they go on? But we'll have to see.
Love a loose car. You got to get it to rotate through those corners, even on a ×3 tire wear. Now, we do run Cup cars in real life at Watkins, Glen. These cars do belong there. They don't run at Canadian. They don't run at Road America. They do test there, but they don't run there, and they don't run at Mid Ohio. So some of those tracks are a lot more difficult. But this track was built back in the 50s for Formula One racing. For a lot of people who don't know, there's an actual second segment that the Indy cars, sports cars use, and the Formula One used to use called the boot. But they run the modified course here, which we see, and I love it. But these cars were made to go here. A good lap time, for an average driver, should be anywhere around the 110, 111 range, in my opinion. The really good guys on setups and everything, down 105s, 106s possibly. But we'll see how it works. It's not about lap times. They are on 3 times tire wear, so they're going to have to make quite a few pit stops tonight, and you cannot take left sides only. This track will eat your left front up just like every other road course out there. So if you got left front tire wear, you got to definitely go and get yourself 4 freshies and a belly full of fuel. So let's see how strategy pulls out these two, because guys, captains are looking for that. But it's not where you finish, but how you finish. That's a great way of saying it here.
Oh, absolutely, because one of our guys. Sorry, go ahead. My apologies. I did not hear that part. I was busily listening to this 4 horsepower.
Go Chicago. Captains are looking for clean racers. Somebody can hold the line. That's all we're looking for. I mean, somebody that can show up every week. That'd be nice.
Yeah, showing up is really important too, especially when you get into points. But we'll see how it all pans out. There is a new driver in here. I've actually got to meet him when I get up to Charlotte. Keep your eyes out for HMS 89. Really great guy when I went up to Trevor. He's going in tonight. I know there's a captain out there who's already got an eye out for him. So great to race with him today. First time I raced with him since I've talked to him and met him about a month and a half ago. And then we're going to have all of our regular guys out there too. I know a NASCAR fan 88 out there, or NASCAR 88 FK, excuse me. I know he's been putting in time. He's been asking me to practice, and every time I go to try to practice with him, and I'm always doing that, so I'm going to keep an eye out for him too. You got Paul Bear out there. Paul Bear did get signed by Little Man Ray there to get her done, I do believe. So, the dirt dog, the dirty dog himself, Tom Horton. Well, our chat will be nice and quiet tonight because he's going to have his hand on. He's going to be out there jamming gears, slamming brakes. So let's see how he pans out. But no surprise right here. To see a NOCO 8th and Coke Night on the daily right here, so they've been practicing.
Sorry, I hit a wall.
Elvin's out there. Seen it for real. I've raced with him. Not part of Giggity, though. But we're going to see this change perhaps throughout the night. But these guys are definitely going to push. At the all-time here.
What are those leader times there, Mr. Puddin?
The daily is a 105. And the hold time by Hunty Wild sitting at a 103. So like I said, the fast guys are, consistently, those are probably obviously customs here on a preset slider setup that we do in the development racing. A great time's a 106, but I would say a 110 to a 111 would be a consistently, consistent lap, and then it's going to fade off a little bit as your tires wear off, Coach.
Yeah, for sure. That's another thing with these development guys. I mean, and like you said, it's not about lap times. It's not about where you finish. But I do think strategy will be huge here because there's no cautions, there's no stages to really give you a break. So It's going to be about, hey, can I make this car last a long run? You know, if you try to make it loose, can you hold on to it for a long period of time? And then making sure you're able to get it, you know, in and off pit road, you know, cleanly. And, you know, like I said, it's not, hey, what kind of lap time can I get? It's, hey, can I consistently hit, you know, this lap time, you know, over a long run?
You know, something that's going to be, we're not running any stages, no cautions, you know, so it's a matter on your mentality of how you can recover, keep your cool, and go from there. But the one thing we're going to have to watch with, you know, we'll have to see how many drivers signed up. Boom, Howard will give us that here in just a second. But turn 1 is going to be a real thing. The first 4 drivers, I think, can drive it in hard like normal, but then everybody's going to back that corner up, and try not to, you know, rear end anybody. So the guys on the back, starting in the back, are going to have a real disadvantage getting into the 1, and they're going to have a lot of work to get back up. But again, let's see how they do it cleanly, smoothly, and consistently.
Yeah, that's one of the things I think that a lot of the captains and the admins and everything are also going to be looking at is how does each driver handle turn 1, and not just turn 1. As you was talking about, you know, the check down that comes initial on the restart, because there's only, what, 3 tracks that have that initial slowdown coming from a restart. Watkins Glen's one of them. The Roval, as we know, that sharp left-hand, you know, heartburn turn, and probably Mid-Ohio.
Road America.
Yeah, not well.
Coming out of turn 2,
well, see,
going down that long
stretch. That's a long stretch before you get to turn 1, though. But Mid-Ohio, as soon as you cross the start-finish line, it's also got that left-hand turn headed down that long stretch as well. So definitely going to have to see how the guys handle that tonight. But also the chicane. I mean, that's going to be...
But yeah, the bus stop. Don't take that too wide. It has been done, but these guys don't want to push that issue. You know, we've seen it in the last 2 laps for championships and race wins, but I wouldn't do it tonight here in the development race. And already Tom Hort is in the chat. Aren't you supposed to be driving?
Qualifying. We are in the
no
lobby.
Texas driving, Dirt Dog.
The private Patton is sitting on the pole in that 12 car with a 107.8.
Yeah, there we go.
Mr. Noko himself is sitting second with a 108 flat almost. Let's see if I can scroll through this, give you the rundown. Johnny Cash starting 3rd. 4th is Dak Fu. I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm not. All right. We've got Cole Trickle starting 5th. Justin Shackett starting 6th. Myself starting 7th.
Is Justin
beat you?
Yes,
wait a minute. Is Justin? Is he a free agent or is he?
No,
I think he's scouting.
Is he scouting?
Yeah, it's scouting for us.
Your main man there that you invited into Giggity this afternoon, HMS, starting 8th.
Good for him. He's fast
Absolutely.
too.
We got.
He was chasing me down.
We got Ford Pro Bomber in 9th, even though he's running a Chevrolet, so that really don't add up.
We're just going to call him Bomber. I can't say that name. We said it last time. I just can't come say that name.
In the top 10.
Well, good luck to these guys. How many trucks, cars out there are total? Sorry, Coach.
We have got 23 sitting in the lobby right now.
Woo!
Yes.
Dang.
Definitely a lot of people.
2 weeks?
22. One person just backed out.
I don't think there's enough captains that need people in 2 weeks to take
now we're back up to 23 again. So yeah, this is definitely going to be, as you was talking about, you know, the first 2 rows maybe have a good chance of getting through turn 1, you know, free and clear, you know, without all the mayhem. But that 3rd, 4th, and 5th row from there back, you know, right where I'm at, I'm literally sitting 4th row outside. So it's definitely going to be, we're definitely going to have to see how this goes.
If y'all make it, we might have to get rid of some of the truck guys and put these guys in there.
I'm just glad damage is off. Thank you for whoever decided developmental needed no damage, because I think that's going to be the best case scenario for tonight.
Yeah, this the development series is no guts, no glory. There's no stages, no cautions.
There is stages.
No damage. They just run it. When there's stages tonight?
Yes, developmental runs.
Why was I not? Oh, since when?
Timer's
for the last
going.
4 or 5 weeks. Yeah, we're down to 15 seconds.
Where the heck have I been?
That changes everything in terms of.
I think.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna have what, 3 restarts now?
Yep.
So yeah, that's gonna make things
Well,
interesting.
then I
Takes into
apologize
one.
to everybody out there in YouTube land.
Stack 'em
Yeah, right. There you go, Rub.
3
And
times, right?
y'all can go ahead and join. We're in the loading screen.
1 second while I
Bam.
blue screen.
So we've got 45 laps.
Since when did they start running stages, Woodruff?
I don't know. It's all new. I never
Right.
got stages when I had
They-
to try out. What the heck?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm kicking rocks over with my hands in the pocket like, dang it, Bob.
Yeah, but I don't remember having that luxury either.
I know.
If
right?
I remember correctly, the last 3 or 4 weeks they've been running stages.
Yeah,
Then
well, I'm
again,
calling
I
this
could be
one the
misinformed on that. So
Go Development at the Glen tonight out there in YouTube land, and everybody subscribe, join, man. We're up well over 400 now.
thank y'all very much for joining along this evening. We appreciate it, and we're getting ready to go green. All right. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Got myself a road course, and here we go. No go right there on that inside. So you can let private go. Or kind of hard to scout when you're leading Noco, just my opinion. But he makes that turn right there. Looks like he goes wide. Everybody trying to get through that corner really clean. Let's try to go
Yeah.
back here just a little
People-
bit here.
We made it pretty good. Oh, I just caught the 18 a little bit. I
Yeah,
apologize
I forgot
for
about
that.
that too. The S's in the bus stop, like he said, the first lap until they can get spread out, but these guys are all trying to fight real hard. I'm trying to get back to some of that action, and then with 25 cars, please forgive me, I'm not trying to give anybody seizure, but with 2 weeks left, we want to give anybody and everybody out there as much, except for you, Keystone, I don't need to give you beyond you.
Yeah,
we
I
need
don't
to
need
give
no screen
everybody
time.
as much screen time. You know, I can't let everybody run for a full lap, but we're going to try to get back to the people as much as possible. So
Well,
please bear
there's
with us.
45 laps. There's 25 people, so you might be able to give everybody a full lap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
that's
lap,
true.
maybe.
Yeah, well, you guys are going to have to help me keep that in the track. We'll just start right here then. He's in the mid-pack. He started right there, and this was just a coincidence. But we'll start with HMS, and then we're going to start working our way through. So, Coach and Woodruff, if you guys, chime in, obviously, but help me if I've already been on somebody.
Alright, sure thing. Watching PVT right now.
Oh,
Private
he-
Patton looks like he's making the
Oh.
move on Noco coming in.
Yeah.
The S
Oh,
HMS lost
somebody's
it.
around.
Yep.
Hit the wall.
I think he just lost it coming out of 1.
is commentator curse.
Yeah, of course. All right, well, we'll go back here. We're going to ride on board with the Bomber 5. I just can't bring myself to say those first 2 words, buddy.
Ford.
All right, the more you get to know me, the more you know I'm
Oh.
a joker.
And
But
we got a new leader. Private Patton just got underneath Noco coming out of the
Underneath.
bus stop.
Nope, go.
right on board. Oh, that's an old Maxwell Hoff. That's a throwback paint scheme right there on that 37 a Bomber. I like that. I said it's not about necessarily leading. It's about keeping an eye on all these guys, and that's what we're going to do best.
Uh-oh.
But
Nope,
if you
go
can
back
pass
under 'em.
NOCO at Watkins Glen, you're doing something right.
Alright.
Well, I smoked him earlier. Smoked him.
Sure you did.
Money Mike, get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense in the chat. Great to have Money Mike in there, as everybody knows. Oh, wait a minute. That 84 Custom, that's not what you want to do. He kind of pushed that issue a little bit coming through that last corner. And he gave the Bomber man himself a little bit of a nudge. All right, we're going to jump on board with Fletch. Oh, that's bad time to jump on board with Fletch. Very bad time to jump on board with Fletch. He lost it coming out of that corner. We'll let him get back up to speed. There's my buddy right there. NASCAR looks like he got in a mishap. We'll come back to him. There it is. He said he was going to run a throwback. The RKM guy out there scouting for the Canucks said he was going to throw a little putting throwback out there. And how did he know it was a Mustang? That's the night I did, that whole piggy thing. I did it in a Mustang because I just couldn't bring myself to drive a Chevy to do that night. But great to see him out there scouting for Canucks. Talked to him a little bit earlier. Had him up in the booth this week, which was an honor. Him and I always go back and forth, and it's cool to see. But there it is. I think my pink was a little bit cooler than yours, buddy.
Well, you don't have to worry about him going back and forth with you tonight, seeing how he's got to focus on racing.
He'll make up for it. You know that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're going to ride on board here with the Racing Empire car. I've raced with him quite a few times in public lobbies. I don't think I've got to talk to him. Very clean, very smooth. You know, he's got a little bit of a push right there from behind, pushing him outside, but that's all right. You can get a good run coming out of turn 1 like that, and it straightens you out for these S turns. We'll take a lap with it here in the 72 Custom. Oh, he's mowing a little bit of grass. Maybe this was not a good idea, Coach, to go lap with everybody because the commentary curse was pulling out on everybody.
Yeah, as soon as I switched to Johnny Cash, he was running in the third and got the wall. So, I need to stop switching so much, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it on Noco. Good luck, Captains, figuring out who you want to pick. I'm just kidding, guys. We're just kidding. A lot of fun to be up here in the booth.
Yeah, one thing I will point out, though, is...
Oh, wait a minute, you got the underdog captain and then the underdog himself out there. What the heck's all that about, Keystone?
I'm helping him scout. No, I'm not blocking nobody.
You just wanted to run this track.
No, I'm seriously. I'm helping. We've got a couple open slots on our team. I talked to Taddy earlier. He agreed, that he could use a couple more eyes. So other than just his own and the broadcast, because you can't really see everything from the broadcast. So I figured I'd throw my 2 cents in and help.
Well, that's
I'm
one
being
and
a
a half
good
cents
teammate.
you. I'm going to jump on board here with Paul Bear real quick. Hopefully I don't curse him. The Paul Bear family.
Hush.
They were talking about, I forget who said it one night in the broadcast. It said if one of them got signed, the other one's sleeping on the couch, and Paul Bear said not the case. Paul Bear got signed by a little man and get her done racing, and he said, I am super proud of her. They just got themselves, they got a wheel not too long ago, a couple months ago, and up there in Canada, they have been working their butts off as with their family. So great to see Paul Bear get signed. Paul Bear trying to give it his all. I think they only got one wheel and one PlayStation, but for his birthday, she said, I'm going to get him one. That was the rumor. So let's see if it pulls out for him. But Paul Bear looking real good, real smooth. Everybody knows I love this track. Down to second gear, going up through turn 1. Going to bang through that gear. Hold third as long as you can through these S's. Barely blurp it right there, and just lay into that old Harriman pedal coming up to the top of right about here. That's where you bang it into fourth. 170, 180 mile an hour plus going into the bus stop. Hard on the brakes, down through the gears as we see him do this.
Take a breath. I just want to talk about Pa and Ma. We put Ma up. Yeah, I'm excited to help her out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had a chance to race with her a couple nights ago, and she's definitely made some huge improvements, and she's getting it figured out, and she's a lot of fun to race with for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna work together. I mean, that's what we do at GRD. Work together. So.
That's awesome. And that is one clean lap from the Paul Bear man himself right there here at Watkins Glen. We're going to go to rub on him, see what he can do here in that 88 Custom.
Hopefully don't rub on him.
Yeah, right? No kidding. Rubbing's not racing, right? Rub on him?
No. Keep it clean, rub on him.
Well, I had a chance to scout for him during the truck race at Iowa for development, and helped him with his pit strategy and everything, and he was able to hold a real clean race and was able to move his way up. I know we started kind of far back in the pack, but I'm pretty sure he got a top 10 out of it and did a really good job.
Whoa, cuts a little bit right there, didn't get on the banners hard enough to rub on him.
Or maybe he got them a little bit too hard and the wheels locked up. That's one of the things you got to watch out for with road courses.
Yeah, wheel hop is a real thing here in Heat 4 on road courses. It is a real deal. I love the reverb of that too. Just that little, love that sound of a small block.
I don't think these have small blocks in them, Puddin'.
Yeah, there's small block 355s. But what do I know, huh?
Apparently not a lot.
Yeah, they're small blocks. Anybody out there in YouTube land, Money Mike, I know you got your phone on me. What cubic inch CIA
He's got
is
his
it small
phone
block?
on you? What? That didn't make no sense.
No. He's got his phone on him. Money Mike. cubic inch of a NASCAR. So I can prove Keystone wrong.
Small block.
Well, looks like Noco regained the lead, but they're coming up on lap traffic. We got Noco and Private Patton come up on rub on them.
Yep, that's right there, and that's what. Oh, there's a little bit right there, bro. Private's right there, but that was good driving on his behalf, and he tried to go as low as he could right there through that bus stop to try. I guess
Private, you're private.
I guess we're going to have to do this. This is going to we're going to go keep an eye on lap with the old dirty dog himself, Tom Horton. Give him his exposure too. Just kidding, Dirt Dog. Great to have you out here on the track, man.
Jesus.
Great to see you're feeling better.
Kind of disappointed in Cole Trickle to have that name and to not run the 24 City Chevrolet throwback.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird seeing him at 18 car, seeing how the 18 car took him out in that movie how many times.
Well, sometimes too. Some people don't have the DLCs, and there's two cars. The only two cars I would want from that DLC is the fighter face on the 43 car. I call it the P51, 52 my thing, and then in that Cool Trickle car. But so maybe he may not have it, but Dirt Dog looking really good, looking really smooth. Got nobody around him. Hard on the brakes, down to third gear, clips that just a little bit. He's looking really good tonight too. Captains, if there's anybody out there in YouTube land watching and you want to keep an eye on anybody, please let me know. As said, I'm going to do the best I can to get...
Somebody caught the wall coming through the chicane.
Rebel?
No, that would be Dak Fu. He literally, I think he made that first right-hander through the chicane a little bit too soon and caught that wall.
Speaking of that Cool Trickle throwback, A. Moore at 9090, he is running that throwback paint scheme of the... that Cool Trickle called City Chevrolet. Good one.
Yeah, that's probably why Cool Trickle's not running it then.
Probably.
Oh yeah. Pick a number that wasn't taken, correct?
Ah.
And remember everybody that the these guys are allowed to run customs.
Stage
and
one,
right there it is.
in.
Ma Bear says the engine in NASCAR's front cups are 90-degree push rod V8s, just like those that have powered many vehicles on American roads for more than 50 years.
It looks like that was a stage.
Small block.
Oh.
Johnson's hood is a custom made. Yeah, it's a 358 cubic inch, so that makes it a small block. I said 355.
See, you're still wrong though. You said 355.
It's still a small block. A small block's a small block's a small block. You owe me a Keystone. Thank you, Ma Bear.
Thank
you for that
big blocks. There's some 351 big blocks.
Thank you.
Ford made them.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's why nobody's ever heard of them.
Cleveland.
I thought the Cleveland and the Windsor were still small blocks.
No.
Yes, Cleveland is a small block.
Oh, it's the... No.
The 460.
I thought they had a three...
The Windsor and the Cleveland's a big block.
I think that, and what makes the difference between the Windsor and the
it
Windsor
don't
and
matter.
the Cleveland were cylinder heads, I think. But yeah, we'll get back to this action here, guys.
So in stage one, we had Noco in first. We had Private Patton, Cold Trickle, Justin Shackett, Johnny Cash, Dak Fu, Keystone, RKM, Fast Claire, and HMS running up the top 10.
All right, since we didn't give Private his full lap, we'll give him that opportunity right there. He's been talked about a lot. One car gets a penalty. Everybody looks like they try to make it through clean. Now, like I said, that is a cluster.
Yes, it is.
Cold Trickle on the 18.
Oh,
He got a little bit loose.
Oh,
him and Johnny Cash making a little bit of contact as we're going forward. I'm hitting the brakes. I'm not doing this. And somebody just took me out.
Like I said, I know there's action going on through the pack. We're trying to give everybody as much screen time. We're going to work through it. Are you guys trying to help keep up with me here?
Trying to. Right.
There's a lot going on back here.
Right now, I know, but I'm on Private right now. Again, we talked about him. The camera came to him first. He's racing with Noco. If I would have to think, or if I know Noco, which I don't know Noco, but I wouldn't surprise me to see the Private Patton possibly get a Noco pen to paper contract after racing this clean and hard for the first stage. But that's just me.
Noco loves his road course drivers.
I think Taddy said he's got them.
Oh,
it's just what I heard.
Well, it's not official until the pen hits the paper, right, Woodruff? We've seen that a lot. That's a full lap right there with him.
I said, little man, look at Patton. He's like, oh, Teddy already said.
Noka makes the pass, but we'll give Johnny Cash his lap here.
He was in a Ford, so.
Oh, an HMS. Around coming on the bus stop.
Oh, and he pulled right out in front of Taddy. And I myself got collected in that.
It's kind of hard to get out from two ends of the track when you're running with each other.
All clear.
Here's Johnny Cash again. I've raced with him, tried to help him out a while back, and he's looking like he's gotten a little bit better. Looking pretty smooth.
Oh, they all look better.
Dak Fu will give him his lap here.
I feel like they're running out of time though. Well, we got 2 more weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks, that's it.
Signed.
But then that doesn't mean that you're out of giggity. The development series is going to go to a point system after that for the end of the year for the captains to watch too. So just because you don't get signed, everybody, doesn't mean you're out. That doesn't mean quit. It doesn't mean not race anymore. There's going to be development races every Friday night with the point structure after the deadline closes. So please, everybody out there, remember that.
Right side's clear.
Right. Yeah.
Looks like
We're
we
not
might have had
kicking
somebody
anybody out.
either lag out or back out the 84 custom Napa car of Hey Pamusa? I'm not really sure to say that, but it looks like he is lagged out, unfortunately.
Hey, my Musa? What?
Yeah, we'll see if we scroll across his name. That's the hardest part up here, Coach Matt. Thanks for being up here, and hopefully we can get you back up here more. But some of these guys' names, I just abbreviate so I don't butcher them even more, like Joey Doucette.
I know you get on to me for putting a G in your name earlier, so I said I gotta work on that.
What'd you call him? Pudding?
I just got a message right there. There was a message. Private just lost connection.
Oh,
Oh, he sure
What?
did. Man.
That's
you
rough.
hate to
That is
see it the
rough.
way that he was running up front, man.
Yeah. Captains don't want to see that
He
either.
was
I
quick
mean,
and he was clean, man. He was running really well.
Yeah, I'm assuming Gabe. I'm just gonna say Gabe out there because I don't want my last name butchered either. But Gabe said I lagged out sadly, and that's what's up, Eagles. I'm glad to see you out there, buddy. Mom there go put, and she says, "What's up, girl? How are you?" That Coach Matt in the booth. Yes, it is Sparklicious, the one and only. Popo just sent a message there too. It looked like he lost connection.
Yeah, Sparks out there in the chat might have to throw out a couple of his key terms, or his keywords, or what do you call it? I forget.
All
Maybe put like
right,
a slogan or like a catchphrase. I don't know.
everybody's got one. We'll give Cole Trickle 420 his lap here in that 18 car. At least it's green, no yellow, no. But and it is a Yoder, but it's all right. We'll give him his lap out there too. Like I said, we're trying to give as much publicity as possible. Oh, there he is, the one and only, the man, the myth. Grim Sanity says, "Hey guys, what's up, buddy? Hope everything's going for." Oh, hey, can you take it for a second? I got a distraction here. I gotta go take the laundry out.
At least you ain't got that annoying dryer anymore.
Yeah, thank goodness. Man, that is such a beautiful Dalmatian dog. My dog looks spotted too. It's cool to see another dog that looks like my dog.
That's not a dog.
No, right now we're on lap 5 as Noko's getting ready to complete lap 5, take lap 6. So we got 4 more laps to go in this second stage here.
So they are running stages, so I was definitely misleading everybody. I do apologize. Again, no offense to the one and only Justin. He's already signed. He's out scouting. Keystone, sorry, you get enough airtime. We gave HMS's. Well, he didn't get a full lap in last time. We'll give him a lap.
Oh, and the Puddin' tribute car around coming out of turn 1.
That's the RKN guy.
Yep, Sparklish would say somebody's got problems.
Looks like he's grill gaining right there, right back on HMS though. Oh, one of these days, RKN, I'll have to go to the Puddin' Motorsports Hall of Fame and undust the pink Mustang and come run a lap with you. Man, HMS just destroyed that bus stop in style as RKM goes high. He's on the inside of that 37. He just ate that bus stop. Let it go.
Oh, 24 is around the bus stop. Hot Bear is just kicking butt.
Still there. Clear all around. Car left. All clear.
Real quick, like I said, we're going to finish our slaps up with them. For everybody else out there, guys, please send all your thoughts and prayers to everybody out there. We're going through a pandemic. We're going through a situation out there. If there's anything you guys can do, donate masks to military, to the hospitals, or something like that. That would definitely be a big help. Anything, but be safe at the same time. Please be safe. That's the most important thing. But
wash your hands, people.
Wash your hands. Whoa, there we go.
Wash your hands.
I'm seeing a lot of dirt in front. I'm going to cold trickle it. I'm going to go flying in.
We're going to jump on board. We're going to jump on board with my buddy NASCAR 88FK. There's a car to his outside. He made an evasive maneuver going into that bus stop. Man, he holds that inside line of the chicane right there real good. Going through the gears. Give him his lap.
By the way, I did hear whoever won this race was going to get a free roll of toilet paper and a bottle of hand sanitizer, courtesy of our CEO.
What?
Okay, looking for some action there, Puddin'. We got Dak Fu in the 4, and we got the 22 Racing Empire, then the 22's not Racing Empire. I'm not sure the name. I'm trying to cycle through here.
Alright, yeah, well, I'm trying to... Oh, there, he overshot it, trying to go to the inside right there. Now, I'm just trying to give everybody out there a lot of airtime for these captains since we are running out of time.
Looks like Rub on them kind of took turn 1 a little bit wide, caught them rumble strips, and looks like his car spun in my mirror.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've been on Racing Empire for a lap yet, have we?
No, sir, we have not. Go ahead and give him his spotlight.
Yeah, man, he's right in the middle of that action, too.
Yep, and here comes that 21 to his inside. See how he combats it. He pulls right up behind that bumper. Just got to breathe that throttle, Empire. Breathe it just a little bit. This is a good passing zone, but difficult, so I'd wait. Oh, looks like that 21 got on the brakes a little early. Everybody on road courses, that's the best thing to do, is follow the person in front of you for a lap, know their braking points, so you don't get them in the rear like that. So I don't think that was intentional, just different braking points, different styles of driving, and that goes for all of us.
See me, I'm more of a slow roller. I'll get out a little bit sooner.
Yeah, we know
make
you're
the
slow.
Corner. I beat you.
One time. Oh,
more than one. But I'm not
well,
here
distractions
to dog
happen now. Distractions happened the last couple of weeks. All right, buddy.
Well, being in a chat party with you, that is a distraction, and I still overcame it. So
That's the truth. That's the truth.
love you, buddy.
Love you too, Homer. My Keystone Cowboy. We had some good racing today in our lobby with Coach Matt and HMS and
Yeah,
Woodruff.
a lot of the giggity guys were in there running today.
I mean, we had, and some of those guys that came in not knowing what they just joined the public lobby, not knowing that giggity half of that lobby they got their eyes open real quick on how fast giggity is.
Yes, they did. They had to bring their A game.
We've been to Dirt Dog. We've been on Rub'em. We've been on Amore. Steelers. I've been in races with him, and I think that ends that stage. So, guys, remember, we're going to click the Steelers for the next full lap, but we're going to jump on board with our leaders to see how and get a rear view to see how everybody takes turn 1. But Steelers is the next full lap. I'm just going to write everything down here again.
All right, that is over with. I'll go ahead and give you a rundown right quick. We've got NoCo taking it. We got Johnny Cash second, Cole Trickle, Justin Shackett, Fast Claire rounding out the top 5. We have got Mad Monster 6, HMS 7th, Dak Fu 8th, Fletch 9th, Racing Empire, and 4 Pro Bomber. No, Racing Empire was 10th, so that rounds out the top 10. Sorry.
Yeah. That's another guy I don't think we mentioned quite a bit. Just says that Fletch D21. I was riding with him earlier, and he was doing a really solid job.
We've got Pro Bomber 11th, RKM 12th, NASCAR 88, BTG Rebel, myself, Teddy, Dirt Dog, Phoenix, Paul Bear, A. Moore. Rounding out the top 20, we got Steelers, Rub'em are 1 and 2 laps down. So one of them looks like Rub'em or Steelers will get his lap back here to start this third stage.
And he, like I said, Steelers will be our next Next car lap down, there's the private. He is on pit lane. So, and look who's the inside of no-go. Johnny Cash. What has he got for him?
You better bring them strings.
Yeah. You better plug that guitar real smooth through turn 1. Oh, a little bit of rubbing, a little back there again. Everybody trying to get through it. I do see a car spun around. No offense, Noco. You get enough airtime. We're going to switch back through real quick. Steelers is the guy we are looking for real quick here.
Yep. Battle for second between Cole Trickle and Johnny Cash, and looks like Cole Trickle's going to take that one.
I think I
And
just
Justin's
going to
move up
there.
underneath. Johnny Cash will take third.
Still there.
All right, this is going to be a good opportunity for everybody out there to see how Steelers can negotiate himself through traffic as he hits the wall going in there just a little bit. That RKN
Somebody's
guy,
got a
that's
penalty.
That
Yep,
is a
Justin
5-second
got hit.
penalty.
Yeah, Justin got hit with a penalty. Into the grass on the bus stop. That's rough.
And I think Dirt Dog did too. That's not Steelers' fault right there. I wish it would instantaneously ghost him, though. That's not fair to the people who are right behind him. That is not fair.
Definitely not.
Left side. Left side.
I love that sound jamming through the gears.
All clear.
Again, with the new fuel injection, everything being programmed exactly, missing a little bit of a overload, loading that carburetor up, a little bit of that flame pop coming out through the side like we used to see. The new fuel injection and throttle body system they have that thing dialed in. There is no excess fuel burn, which does create the flame pop for everybody who doesn't know. There's your tidbit for the day. Steelers, hold on to her, girl. Hold on to that girl. There you go. Attaboy. Good job. Alright, I don't think we've been on board with ZZ Mad Monster yet, and he is right behind some traffic going into the bus stop. Let's see how he can negotiate it. The 4 car slows him up just a little bit, but threw him off his line. Oh, and both of them do the same thing. Oh, they do the
around the
parallel.
group of 22.
Right side. All right. Clear.
I was fortunate enough to make my way around that. I had to cut
Well,
wide.
is there anybody else that you're keeping an eye on for Team Underdog, possibly?
There's a few of them. I am not going to give away my secrets.
That's fair, yeah. I was just going to say don't give away secrets. Just want to make sure you weren't out there having a good time.
Oh, well, I'm
Making sure
out
you're
here
doing your job.
Yeah, I'm out here having a good time, but I'm also doing my job at the same time. Nobody says you can't multitask. There is definitely a few names.
I didn't know you could multitask. You just impressed me.
Yeah, I know. See, you learn something new every day, Puddin'.
Oh,
Even
and
your-
around goes Taddy. What
Even at
what
your
happened
age.
there?
Right side.
Boom. However, we're going to have a talk off air, buddy.
You say that every week, and we never do.
Oh, we talk. Just not. It's not what everybody. If anybody ever jumps in Boomhauer or parties,
I apologize.
it's a lot of fun. Let's put it like that. All right. That's clear. At one point in time, I know he did put some pen to a paper with a team. He's back out here into Devel. Let's see how he's got going on. We have not been on board with him. Looks like he's got that HMS 89 guy right there in front of him. HMS 89 technically. RKM. Still thinking about you apparently. The other night when he was in the booth, all I could say was RKM. RKM. Now I'm saying that guy.
Looks like Noko's
See, if
pulled
I
away
was
with
fast,
it.
if I was fast clear right there, I would have pulled out just a little bit and diamond that corner. That way, sometimes you can downshift a second depending upon your corner, but you can hold that thing third gear barely. You don't even have to touch the brakes. Just let out, breathe it, and get back into it. But again, it all depends on how you angle the corner. Take that one a little bit wider there, fast.
So it looks like Noko's pulled away. We got a battle between Cole Trickle and Johnny Cash for second. HMS is sneaking his way up there. I'll take advantage of these guys running each other hard.
Rebel Joker, we haven't been on board with him, and I know he was in a lobby practicing earlier with some people. See him a lot out there on dirt, too. He said, I turn right to go left on dirt, but I can turn right on pavement. Give him his fair lap here. And I'm glad you guys brought that up. 45 laps, 25 cars. I think we're going to try to do our best we can to, do you guys agree out there on YouTube land of giving everybody their fair due credit so they can get signed? 21 hits that little clip right there. It's spun around.
It's easy to spin here. If you hit those rumble strips the wrong way,
There's certain rumble strips that'll help rotate your car, and then there's ones that'll just help completely rotate it all the way around. It's just knowing which ones they hit at what angle too.
Yes, the angle, the speed, all that comes into effect. Now, it's hard to, you can't necessarily concentrate on that while you're running. You're doing the best you can to, make position and get decent lap time so it can, get away out of your mindset and then it just come out of nowhere like, oh, wait a minute, what in the world? But
Joker looking really smooth. Okay, so just a little bit. That's all right though. That gives you a long straightaway. Go up through that gear and gives you a straight shot into that S corners. Turning is friction. Friction is loss of speed, as everybody knows.
yes.
Oh yeah, we did do a lap with Amor, but we do have a request out there for Amor.
All right.
And Phoenix out here looks like he's doing a little scouting for that DSR team. No offense, buddy, but can't give you that much airtime right now. K-Taddy, you don't get any airtime. No, K-Taddy, that's a bad K-Taddy.
Shout out to Mr. K-Taddy. I'm not sure if you recognize what paint scheme that he's running there. Mr. Puddin', you might be able to know, being a NASCAR fan yourself from back in the old days.
I'll have to go back and take a look at it real quick. Trying to flip through real quick and find Amor. There we go. We'll run on board with him, running that throwback paint scheme. See how he negotiates the track, and he's got some pressure behind him and traffic in front of him, so this will be a good opportunity. Grim Sanity, who's leading?
Oh,
well, there's this guy
fun.
called Noko trying out for a team. Noko's trying out for a team tonight, so he's leading the race. This was such a fun track, And again, I don't know if my new captain out there is watching or listening. Big shout out to Mr. Kogath from up here in the broadcast booth. Since I'm not out on the track, though, I've got a couple recommendations. I'll keep my eye on a couple of people, and I will send it over to you if you're watching, buddy, if you're interested. Got a good parameter up here. Now let's see how Amor does, because he has a seasoned veteran behind him in that pink car of that RKM guy. See how he does that. RKM nails that bus stop great.
Yeah, whenever you've got experienced people, like say, Noco, RKM, Taddy, you've got those guys behind you. No, I ain't gonna throw my name into that. When you've got those experienced guys that I was talking about running literally dead on your bumper like that, a lot of times you will spend more time than you realize looking in the mirror trying to figure out what are they going to do. And it can throw you off of your game. And that's one thing they're looking for, drivers that don't get nervous around others.
Best thing to do in certain situations is just shut that mirror off, and then if somebody's going to get you, just brace for impact, but race your race, not the racetrack, not the racers. We talk about that all the time. Race that racetrack. Oh, there we go, just a little bit, gets loose coming off of that. Some of these guys out there, too, the best thing to do, especially in video game racing, real life racing, a lot of these guys who have done any type of go-kart, motorcycle, stock car, any type of racing, you don't actually look where you're going, you look where you're exiting. That's where you go, because that's where you'll point your vehicle, your bike, your car, your go-kart. You look where your exit point is, not what's directly in front of you. So
you in your wheelchair, right?
You know what? Me and my motorized cart do just fine at the grocery store. Thank you very much.
You're supposed to look, 4 cars ahead of you, I think?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yep. And that's where you'll end up pointing the vehicle. That is
Oh,
correct.
around goes the 24.
Yep.
He lost it coming out of the bus stop.
And I think we have covered a lap with everybody as I'm clicking through. We've been on with Johnny. We've been on with Dak Fu. No, have we been on with Dak Fu? No, we haven't.
Steelers?
Yeah, we did a lap with Steelers. Yep, I'm gonna stay on board with Dak Fu here, give him his lap. But we've been on board with Rebel, Phoenix, and Taddy. They're scouting. We did with Pat before he lagged out. Nucko obviously had a windshield full of that with Johnny Cash here.
No, it's
I
not
think we're
last
coming
lap.
down.
We've still got 16 to go.
16 to go.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
So I think we'll have to see. Have we been on board with full trickle? I do think we're going to have to see some pit stops, though.
Yes, we will. We will have to pit here shortly.
NASCAR 88 FK said, sorry guys, I had to get back to my family. Family takes precedence, so we respect that. No harm, no foul there. We gave you a lap or two. We've been practicing with some people, so I know they're going to keep an eye out there and keep you in mind. So we definitely respect that, NASCAR. We respect that 100%. Ford Pro Bomber, we got him. Flash, as I'm again giving Dak to his lap. Just scrolling across the top, NASCAR, like I just said. So I think we got everybody. So again, if there's any captains out there in the chat watching, let me know who you want to see. But let's see how some of these guys do. We'll flip through and find some action now.
Yeah, it looks like we're definitely going to see some pit stops. RKM just came out of pit road, so I wonder if that's going to start a trend here.
Yeah, we're going to jump on board with him. He's fighting that Cole Trickle in that 18 car, and man, RKM just blitzes through that. Again, gets a little wide.
Oh,
No,
22 around.
that chicane right there, where we're watching right now. If you hit that lip, it'll pull you up top, and it's so difficult to get back down. He did a very good job of maintaining that as the Cole Trickle car gets around him right there. Can he hunt him back down? You know what? Just because. Let's see how our own Boomer does for like 2 turns, not a full lap, but 2 turns.
2 turns.
That's all you get.
I'm honored.
Don't mess up 2 turns.
Yeah, commentator curse, commentator curse, commentator curse.
Noko.
I'll remember that Saturday,
Noko
Mr. Puddin.
needs the
See, look at you.
commentator curse.
See, look at you.
The wall.
Like I said, I'll remember that Saturday.
What, are you going to be in the booth?
I might have to do it just so I can do the commentator curse to you.
See?
Oh,
That's
guys,
all
again, we're trying to give everybody a chance here in development, but I do love doing the broadcast and commentating for the development races, seeing all these guys and seeing where they're going to end up and coming through and everything. But it's so much fun. It's a little bit more relaxed up here because we're trying to focus on them and not the racing. But other nights, it's all about that racing. Can he get around Justin? No. Mustang on Mustang crime. Looks like Keystone's really slow. Justin's starting to pull away.
No, he slowed down quite a bit there through that bus stop. I wasn't expecting him to slow down that much, so I had to lock it down there to keep
All
him
right,
spinning.
you got enough turns. You're getting enough turns. That's all you
fine.
got.
I ain't asking for no spotlight.
That's enough turns. I said 2 and I gave you 6. You're
And
done.
Cole Trickle's starting again on Noko, and he's bringing it down pit road. There's been a little bit of strategy coming into play here.
Uh-oh.
My
Form
goodness, trying to
leader,
click
right?
through again, trying not to give everybody a seizure, but my goodness. Oh, there's Noko right there. Well, it's only fair we'll give him 1 turn. Good job, that's a great turn, Noko. I'll sign you tomorrow. Johnny Cash coming up through the S's. Looks like he's got a pink car in front of him. We know him
he's in
as
the
the
grass. Jesus. Noko's. Yeah.
Fast Claire's also come down pit road.
They're
Oh,
all
look at
down
that. There,
the road.
yeah, there's Justin, there's Cole, Fast Claire, and it
HMS.
looks like HMS is the, I'm trying to remember numbers.
I think Teddy stayed out.
You're almost out of gas.
All the cool kids are pitting, and all the other kids are.
That's where the
Well, not
party is at right now. So no more Keystone, you get enough. We'll go back to
Keystone
Bomber right
pit?
here.
Not yet, I'm pitting this lap.
See? Told you, cool kids are already down there.
Gnarly, what's up, buddy? Great to have you out there. He says, come on, Bomber 5 and Dak Fu. Yeah,
Too fast.
we're on board with Bomber right now as we speak. He's got a little bit of pressure right there. Let's see how it pans out for him. Love that throwback paint scheme with that Maxwell House car.
Yep. Keystone making his way down pit road.
That is true. Money Mike says, no, the party is where I'm at with these cold bush beers. And, no, it was an honor. It was an honor and a pleasure to meet old Money Mike the other night, last week. Came, got off the boat, drove to Nolans, drove 4 hours back up here, hung out, crew chief for me at Canadian Motorsports Park. And, yeah, there might have been some adult beverages consumed that night. We played a little bit of golf. We did a little bit of everything. We hung out. So,
Golf?
you know.
Yeah, we play golf.
Yeah, what's wrong with golf?
It's a fun game. Especially
Real
at,
golf or
especially at
PS4?
4
Oh,
o'clock.
no, a video game.
Especially
golf.
at 4 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
Ooh.
Game golf.
Oh, trying to figure out who that was right there. 2 cars get a little loose. Oh, that
Racing
was-
Empire and the 71 of Paul Bear.
Yeah.
Ain't
I
that
think
right,
one of-
Puddin'?
Oh, yeah. Late night golf. You can't get any better laps than that.
No. How you doing, Robbie? Hope you're watching.
He's watching?
I said I hope he's watching.
Yeah. Speaking of Robbie, that's one of the things I was going to talk about earlier. Whenever we were talking about having some of these, captains and experienced guys out here,
Racing
bringing some of
Empire
these
gets
development
loose
guys.
coming up that corner. Paul Bear does an evasive maneuver, gets around him. I love that paint scheme on the Racing Empire, too. Make that 72 an orange go. Back on
Yeah,
rhythm.
but one thing that Robbie had mentioned was like, hey, you know, we don't want you guys to just let us go and get real shy around us, race us. I mean, obviously, you know, race clean, but you know, race them and race them hard. It's really the only way to show what you got.
And that's one of the things I've been trying to do. I ain't been trying to like completely bulldog people or anything like that. You know, put them
You
into
mean
bad
dirt dog
situations.
them because that's who we just jumped on board
Dude.
with.
You're
Well, like I said-
Keystone, you fucking block everyone.
No, I don't. Just Trout. How you doing, Trout? Hope you're feeling better,
Just
man.
Woodruff.
It's been way too long since we've heard from you, man. Let us know how you doing, brother. We miss you and
Still
hope you're
thinking
getting
about
better.
you, yeah. You got a lot of recovery, man, and we're, like you said, we're right there with you. Way to go. Good shout out, Keystone.
Yeah, that's
And,
the only person
still
I've really
thinking of you,
blocked.
buddy. Little man, let's not forget about him. Keep all these guys in your thoughts and
Yes.
prayers. They're part of the Giggity family.
Noko, I think we got something come up for him this weekend, don't we? Charity
Yeah,
race.
we're going to try to help Noko out.
Yeah, amidst this outbreak and this pandemic going on, he's been put in a tough spot, so hopefully we can help make it a little bit easier on him and his family and friends.
Yeah, if that race went on a Saturday, I'd love to try and make it and be a part of that. I was fortunate enough to be part of the charity race for Little Man and really enjoyed being part of that.
Richmond?
Yeah, Richmond, yeah.
Good to go.
I was
Little
first with about
track for a
5
little
laps left
man.
and got ran down by, was it Bad Past or somebody? I forget the name, but had to take home
Bad for
second
you
that
racing?
night.
Bad for you.
Was it bad for you? Yeah, I was in first, thought I had it, but he had other plans, so I'll
And
take
thank
second.
you, Woodruff. Thank you, Woodruff, because you help correlate a lot of that stuff. So the time and effort you put into Giggity Racing, man, we really do appreciate all your help out there to our family. You know, Giggity's a family. We all live in one big house. Each team lives in a big room. So when it comes to dining time, we get frustrated at each other at times. But at the end of the day, we are one big family.
Alright, yeah. I mean, everybody helps each other out. That's how it is.
And they're Steelers bringing that ZL1 Camaro down pit lane.
I think what Ethro said to get another donor, don't he?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is going to
with
get
him tonight.
tested to make sure that he is the actual match that it will actually take. So, hopes and thoughts and prayers go out to that. Hope nothing but the best news for that.
Oh, well, it's so hard to be in a booth at Watkins, Glen. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Oh, I imagine.
Could have went out there.
And Money Mike just said we might have to push the roll call to next weekend. The roll call wasn't exactly what he wanted. Money Mike was definitely helping. I think Fast Clear just lagged through the bus stop real quick. No offense to take that away from him.
Hit the wall. Somebody hit the wall.
Yeah, Malbear just said, we might be in self-isolation, but kindness isn't, and that is a very well way of putting that. That is very true. You see news people out there all the time doing reports of people collecting food or masks or helping anybody else out there. Because this hit the whole world, not just one state or one country. This hit the whole world in a short period of time.
Yep. I got laid off today. I mean,
That's
it all works
unfortunate.
out.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, North Carolina is the latest state to be put on shutdown, mandatory stay at home. So, my mother is a paramedic, so she don't get to stay at home. So, Mama, if somehow you do end up finding my broadcast, even though I've never told you I had one, love you.
How's she gonna find it? At least he gives a shout out to his mom. Respect.
Is it the language usually?
Well, yeah, there's a few words that I say that she don't really care for, but, shout out to her. She's been a paramedic for 20 years now. She's got a very important job. Her and Little Man both do the same thing, so he's talked to me about some of the stuff, as a paramedic that not many people understand. It's a rough job. It is a lot of emotion and stress going on there. So shout out to all of our first responders.
For sure. Cops, first responders, all the doctors,
Truck drivers, people having to work retail.
the
Yep.
nurses, fucking Pudden knows that for sure, the nurses.
Yeah, like I said, my wife volunteered to work the Corona floor at the hospital she's at. She's got a heart of gold. She tried to glue a wing back onto a bumblebee to help anybody else out there.
Right. bumblebees will kill me.
He said leave the wing off.
Alright, so, with that being said, next time we race, if I just put a bunch of bumblebees on the track in front of you, does that mean you have to stop?
Probably.
Alright. Duly noted.
Let's see how Johnny Cash can negotiate Cole Trickle here right there. Coco is just a little bit high. Johnny's got a little bit of a run on Chevy Toyota crime happening. Johnny brings it up wide. Good run on Cole right there. Hits that apron or that rumble strip perfect. That's one of those ones where you can't overshoot it, but if you hit that right, it'll just straighten you out.
Yeah, these two guys have been racing pretty hard in here for the past few laps. I think Cole got in the wall and spun himself, but he's got it straightened back out. And him and Johnny, I think this is for second, have been racing each other pretty hard. It's been fun to watch.
Looks like I just saw a pink car on pit lane. We know who that is. That's an RKM guy. One more pit stop for him, maybe. A little strategy. 3 times tire where you can't get more than, 6 laps, maybe, in fuel?
It's a little bit more than that. Whenever I made my pit stop, I was 2 laps short. And I literally waited till that thing was on 1 to go, so we might see...
Let's see what strategy plays. If anybody can pull it out, captains, let's see who ends up where, and if they had to pit that extra time, but maybe some captains look at these guys' strategies, too.
Yeah, might see some.
How to count.
Yeah, might see some gas and go here because we got some guys that are 1 or 2 laps short. They might, try to trust the tires they got and get enough to get to the end.
I don't know what slider you're on, Keystone. Sorry, Matt, but how's your left front looking tire-wise?
I'm about halfway through a run, and my left front is sitting at 56, while the rest of them are in 70s and 80s. So you were right, that left front does wear a little bit more.
And how many laps left?
I'm coming up, I think, on 5 or 6 to go. I will tell you as soon as I cross.
Even on 3 times tire wear, I think you might be right there, Coach. Well, we just see some petrols and get out of town. Maybe 1 can, just enough to get 2 laps.
We are 5 laps to go.
5 laps to go. You got enough on your left front, so yeah, splash and goes for these guys. Might have to be into effect. We're riding on board for that 21 of Fledge. We'll give you another lap. This has been a great broadcast, great friends up here, great development. Again, we've been trying to give everybody as much airtime and screen time as we can because the deadline is coming up, Woodruff. You know that more than anybody. You've been here long, too. Same thing with Keystone. This will be my first full season driving. I've been commentating for a while. My first full season driving. Same thing with Coach Matt. So you guys know it better than everybody. When that all-star break comes up, I do believe you're allowed to advance your driver on your team to different leagues. But you can't. The trade deadline and the pickup deadline is cut. Yep. So
it's also not just in the developmental series, but for everybody else who's already in and have been, as assigned to a team. Watch out! We could see some, potential trades as we wind down, getting close to our halfway point in the season. Captain might try to get somebody that's a little bit closer up in points, try to make a run.
Yeah, and I understand the reason why, Robbie. I told everybody I wanted to do it right, do my first full season of trucks and move up. I know what his reasoning was. Not necessarily in the hunt for a championship because I missed 5 or 6 in preset Xfinity, but I'd still like to try to get a top 15. So, but these guys too probably saying, hey, you may not be able to, get a top 10 in points or something. But who's to say they won't move them up for the experience for the rest of the season for next year? So let's see how everything pans out for that too. These captains have strategies. We know Noco does. We know Robbie did. RJ, Kate Taddy of all people. We got Trey and Littleman out there. RJ Smitty, Millsy and the Canucks. All if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Trying to think off the top of my head, but strategy can come into play.
In one breath.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Take a breath and then do it again.
He said, "Do it again." Thanks, Woodruff. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, we could definitely see some things shake up these next couple weeks for sure. I know in terms of trades, I was involved in one like 2 days ago. So yeah, you never know what's gonna happen.
I think Fast Clear just hit pit road with where to go.
Well, got penalty. Noco's down. Sitting there waiting. There it goes. Oh, Teddy's gonna pass him.
Those guys love racing each other. They get frustrated with each other sometimes, but they always love to race each other and push each other hard.
Oh yeah, they put on a heck of a show when they're running neck and neck with each other.
We'll do another lap with my man over here, Paul Bears. We're clicking through, trying to catch his buddy, the old dirty dog. And here comes the HMS 89 on the outside of him. How are they going to handle this? This will be a good shot for the captains. Who's going to get? Oh, Dirt Dog. Dirt Dog, you hit the brakes too early, so he gets a little bit airier. I'm not being mean to my old buddy. And look, that's a sit Paul around. No fair to Paul. Dirt Dog, you're fine. You're muted. I'm muting him for 24 hours.
He gone.
88 of rub on him. He gets a little loose. Here comes Noco, notorious Noco. You know what, Noco? If you can hear this, buddy, just for the development race, you should have went back to Orange since it wasn't a points-paying event. He said he wouldn't race Orange again, but just for development, you should have done that just for me. But we, I call it the notorious Noco black car. Rub on him. Oh, he overshoots that just a little bit. You got to hit that chicane just perfect. You got to hit that bus stop just right. Otherwise, it throws your exit off. Yeah.
Teddy is with him.
There's the old Dirt Dog, the man, the myth, right there. What's up, little man? He says, "Hey, fellas, glad you could join us. We only got a couple laps left."
What's up, Bobby?
I know you got your eyes on one of your drivers. I think ink will be put on the paper for him come Monday night. Again, not going to say anything to anybody right about that, but I think one of them might have to be. But we're trying to give everybody a good lap out there. Go back and watch the broadcast, little man. Everybody got a good lap. Try to be fair to everybody and give them as much potential, because we don't want to keep talking about it, but that deadline, that trade deadline is the real deal, y'all.
2 weeks, right? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
This
Then we go into All-Star Week.
Yep.
All-Star Week is always a blast. That's how I actually started driving. That's how I started driving. Was last year. Kate Taddy and Robbie Noco himself. They're like, "Come on, come and drive." And I'm like, "No, I'm good." So I got a message from Kate Taddy. I was voluntold. He was like, "You're jumping in one of my cars tonight for one of the All-Star qualifiers." He just voluntold me. He's like, "Get in and drive." But if it wasn't for that, though, I wouldn't have got the phone call from DSR to race with them, and then everything happened there to go over to this season with Shin Motorsports, now called Cola.
Coca-Cola?
No, just Coke. Just Coke. Coke FN, Cola Racing. Coke for Noco, as Taddy likes to say.
Coke for Noco, right?
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah.
Noco takes the checkered flag.
Oh, you won?
Johnny Cash is going to finish second. Dak Fu is going to finish third.
We're going to finish this lap out on board with Fast Claire. Looks like he's got a little battle going on with the 51 car. This will be the last opportunity, like I said. I don't want to click through, but we'll leave it. Like I said, with this many cars, we try to give as much attention to everybody and be as fair as we possibly could. Good job by Fast Claire to get on the brakes. He hits that Armco, and he gets shot wide. He hits the 51. No, the 51 did not go through the middle and get a penalty. I've had that happen where somebody punted me through there. I think I did that to you once with an accident.
Probably. Once?
Maybe once, twice at the most. Again, everybody, he says, "I need custom Xfinity, and I'll be full." So that's who he's looking for. Anybody out there, he's looking for a custom guy.
All right, our top 10 is Noco, Johnny Cash, Dak Fu, myself, Justin Shackett, Cole Trickle, Ford Pro Bomber, Phoenix HMS, and BTG Rebel. We've got Fast Claire coming in 11th. Fletch is going to finish 12th, and then from there down, they're 1 to 2 laps down, so it's hard to tell.
All right, well, congratulations to our top 10. No offense to Noco, but he's always in the booth too. Somebody's got I've got the chat party, don't I?
You sure do. So should I just tell you the top 3 guys that aren't captain or aren't already signed?
Yeah, that is Johnny Cash, Dak for you, and Cole Trickle was the top.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
Cash,
if anybody
Dak,
could do me
Trickle.
a favor, send them an invite real quick, and then I'll have to blue screen to accept that. But normally we do one person with the broadcast, one person with the chat party. That way we don't have to do that. But let's
I'll go
get
through and
there
get a
up there.
suggestion for you.
Yep, I do appreciate it. So bear with us. Congratulations to everybody. I hope we put on a good show, because these guys definitely did. Love being up here. Coach, you're more than welcome to come back up here. Woodruff whenever you want, I guess.
Oh, I see how it is. Leave me out. All right, I got it. I got you.
Keystone
You're too
Crew?
good for me. You're too good for me now.
Let's see here. I will suggest cold trickle here. Yep. I just suggested cold trickle.
Some of the booth.
No, you did a great job. I would love to go to Gateway, but let me blue screen for 1 second and invite these guys up here.
It won't let me. So I'm going to end my broadcast now. Thank y'all for joining along.